It is 7:16. I got out of work 16 minutes ago, and I just wanted to express my feelings, only because, okay, this is what happened, right? I have a cat. I give him food. I give him Smalls. It's really nice cat food. It's good cat food. And when I go to work, I have noticed that there are these two specific cats who hang around in the area a lot, and I've been at this job for 3 months now, so I noticed eventually from where I would see them in the parking lot, they have their own little built wooden house and a bin with a hole in it in case it rains they could crawl into, for the sake of that's their little shelter. It's in the parking lot. And I have noticed that there are some people, I saw someone rather feeding them, and the cats were really friendly with that person. I thought, oh my god, that is so cute. Oh, thank god someone feeds them. And I thought to myself, why don't I give them some food? Because I always have extras and leftovers by the time the next box comes anyway. So I was like, okay. I saw the guy feeding the cats maybe about almost a month ago, but I thought to myself earlier last week, why don't I feed them? Why not? Why don't I give them some food? Let's see if they'll even eat it. So I set out some food, I think yesterday or on Monday, and when I went back to check, I noticed that, the plastic was entirely gone. I didn't see anything. And Smalls is in a little plastic thing. I don't know how to describe it, but it's in plastic. And so I put it right in front of their bowl. Essentially, it's the plastic top of a Tupperware. So I put it close to that so they know, hey, they can eat this. And when I went back to check, I didn't see any trace of it. I didn't see any wrapper found anywhere, nothing. So this morning, I had half of a pack for my cat, and I have so many in the freezer. So I was like, let me take this for the cats at the dealership, at the job. So I go, and I leave it next to their food bowl and their water bowl. And when I go to check after work to see if maybe they ate any, I noticed that they had new food on their plastic top of the Tupperware that they usually get fed from, but that whoever I guess fed them decided to take the food that I left them and put it on top of their box, and then flies were eating it. And I'm like what the fuck? You gotta be kidding me, bro. There's no way that this guy is... I don't even care anymore. It's fine. Sorry. Someone tried to call me. But, it just made me think, did the cats not like it? Or did the person who was feeding them get, I guess, weirdly territorial about them being the only one wanting to feed the cats? And, move my food up? I don't know. I just didn't like that it was moved. But that's just what it made me think of. That's how I processed it, as if someone was being weirdly territorial with feeding the cats, and they wanted to move it out the way to make sure that the cats ate their food. But maybe I'm processing it in a different way than what it was intended to be. Maybe that's just the way I needed to perceive it in order to see the beliefs I hold towards human beings and towards the intentions of others, and maybe I'm just giving a lot of benefit of doubt. But everything could be a growing lesson for me. I don't have to take everything so harshly. Even if someone intends to, I don't have to accept it, because if my mind is truly in the clouds in the best way, then if someone did try to like do anything negatively intentionally, then I wouldn't take it as negative, you know? So I guess maybe it's just a reflection of how I perceive things. And it could have been true that maybe that person wanted to be territorial and decided to move it to make sure the cats don't eat my food that I left them. But I don't have to let it affect me, even if that was the case. What I did was I just shooed the flies and I put it back down. So yeah, I don't know, but let's see. Let us see.